Have you ever wondered why ancient civilizations traded with gold, but not diamonds? Both are rare, both are valuable, both catch the human eye. Yet only one became the foundation of money for thousands of years, while the other stayed mostly for show. Hey, this is MoneyAha, where finance makes sense. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more genius money-making tips. Or, just watch us talk about history while you pretend to work. Let's rewind way back to a time before banks, paper money, or digital payments, back when humans had to invent money from scratch, and talk about why gold is chosen to trade and not diamond. First, let's see life before money. In the earliest civilizations, trade was complicated. Imagine this. You have a cow. You need grain. But the farmer with grain doesn't want cows. What now? This was the world of barter. People tried trading livestock, grains, shells, or even salt. Some societies used heavy stones as currency. Yes, literal rocks.
Now think about it. Trying to pay for a loaf of bread with a sack of grain, or buying shoes with a couple of goats. Tedious, right? Civilizations quickly realized they needed something more practical, something everyone would accept, something that represented value itself. And so, the search for money began. So, what made a good form of money? What money needed to be? Not everything can become money. Ancient people learned that the hard way, through trial and error, sometimes painfully. Money had to be immediately recognizable. Imagine walking into a market in Mesopotamia, and someone hands you a shiny rock, claiming it's valuable. How would you know? You wouldn't. Gold, on the other hand, gleamed with unmistakable certainty. Its color and weight told traders across cultures, "This is valuable, trust me." It also had to be durable. Food rots, wood decays, and even shells can crack or wear down. But gold? Bury it for a century, and it's exactly the same. You could pass it from generation to generation without losing value.
Divisibility was another critical trait. Trade isn't always about huge deals. People need to buy small things, a loaf of bread, a clay pot, or a goat. Money had to be split into smaller portions without losing value. Gold could be melted and reformed. Diamonds couldn't. Breaking a diamond destroyed its usefulness for trade. Finally, money had to be portable and trusted. Traders traveled long distances from city to city, across rivers and deserts. Carrying heavy livestock or bags of grain was impractical. Gold, small yet valuable, could move easily, and because its value was widely recognized, people trusted it. All of these traits, recognition, durability, divisibility, portability, and trust, made gold uniquely suitable as a form of money. Diamonds, beautiful as they were, failed several of these tests. Even with durability, divisibility, and portability, one thing remained: trust. Recognition and trust. Ancient people didn't have labs, microscopes, or certificates. Value had to be immediate. Gold was perfect. Its shine, color, and heft immediately signaled value. Diamonds? Not so much. To an untrained eye, a diamond could be quartz, glass, or a regular shiny stone. Imagine trying to buy grain with a stone someone claimed was magical. You'd be skeptical too. Gold inspired trust across cultures. Romans, Egyptians, and Chinese merchants all recognized it. Diamonds did not. Trust is important, and also practicality matters just as much. How easy was it to actually use? Gold is soft, malleable, and easily melted or hammered into coins, bars, or jewelry.
Ancient civilizations could stamp coins with the images of rulers or gods to guarantee authenticity. Diamonds are hard, too hard to standardize or reshape in ancient times. This made them impractical for trade. On the other hand, we have divisibility. Dividing gold was easy. A coin could be melted and split into smaller pieces, still retaining value. Diamonds? Break one and its worth plummets. Buying small items with a diamond was impossible. Durability and time. Gold lasts forever. Bury it, lose it, or hoard it, and it remains exactly the same. Diamonds are durable too, but their value depends on recognition and context, which isn't reliable for long-term storage or trade. Time-proof value is impressive, but trade required something more: accessibility across regions. Geography and trade networks. Gold was found in many parts of the world: Africa, Europe, Asia, and later the Americas. This allowed civilizations to trade across regions without constantly questioning value. Diamonds, however, were mostly found in India and later Brazil. Few cultures encountered them, limiting their practicality as money. Gold could travel far and wide, but its value wasn't just practical. It carried meaning, power, and symbolism too. Gold wasn't just practical, it had magical appeal. Its glow reminded people of the sun. Its permanence suggested immortality. Pharaohs, kings, and gods were associated with it. Diamonds were admired but inconsistent in cultural meaning. Money works best when everyone agrees it matters. Gold achieved that universal respect. And next, historical stories. Let's take a closer look at gold in action. Egypt. Pharaohs and elites adorned themselves with gold, not only as a sign of wealth, but as a symbol of divine power. Gold tombs, like that of Tutankhamun, weren't just treasure. They were believed to guide the pharaoh in the afterlife. Mesopotamia. City-states recorded gold transactions on clay tablets. Tributes to kings or temple donations were often made in gold, reinforcing both wealth and trust. Rome. Gold coins became the backbone of trade and taxation. Coins were standardized, stamped with the emperor's face to prevent fraud. Romans could pay soldiers, merchants, and builders with a currency that everyone recognized. In contrast, diamonds rarely appeared in trade records. They were mostly luxury objects, symbols of status and power rather than practical money. But hey, diamonds were not useless. Diamonds had meaning. They were symbols of royalty, protection, and wealth. But luxury is not money. Luxury is admired. Money is meant to move. Diamonds stayed still. Gold flowed. But why gold won? Gold became money not because it sparkled the most, but because it solved real problems humans faced in trade. It was practical. You could recognize it, shape it, divide it, carry it, and trust it across borders. It had a universal value that no one could question. Gold fit human behavior. People naturally preferred something stable and reliable over something beautiful but uncertain. Traders wanted assurance that what they received today would still hold value tomorrow. Economies needed money that worked consistently across time and space. Gold did that. Diamonds could not. Gold also enabled complex economies. You could save, invest, pay taxes, and conduct long-distance trade with it. Diamonds? You couldn't use them for small, everyday transactions without losing value. Gold created possibilities for civilization to grow and organize. Diamonds remained decoration. In short, gold won because it was functional, trusted, durable, and universal. Exactly what money needed to be. All of this shows why gold wasn't just pretty. It was practical, trusted, and universal. But what does that mean for us today? Gold wasn't just beautiful. It was practical, reliable, and universally recognized. Diamonds? Beautiful, rare, perfect for luxury, but not for trade. That's why gold became money, while diamonds stayed jewelry. If you want more insights, quirky history, and smart money tips, subscribe to MoneyAha and let us do the research for you.